I love life. Ghost, presenting confusion, truth, fact and fiction left undecided because what lies within Ghost, presenting confusion interlaced with truth, fact and fiction left undecided, because what lies within the desires of our leaders is that we may be easily defeated. Possibly, I should not even fix my lips to speak on the subject, as surely there are certain topics left out of daily discussions. So let me be still. Let me feel that this is real. For in this moment in time, I find that even if the world be overwhelmed by lies, I love life. Ghost.
Now you know the rule.
Oh,
You know the rule. I had to hear
yeah,
why.
I got,
Listen.
I was married for 13 years. I was abused and
Mm,
trying to heal myself from everything that was taught to me from 14 to 28 by
mm.
a man who can't, really teach me anything, but all these strongholds that I had to break, in the Bible telling me that I'm supposed to forgive and forgive and forgive, and that kept me there,
Right,
you know?
right.
Um, but I mean, what's so it's like, and then it haunts you, you know what I'm saying? Because no matter how successful, now I'm a single mom, now I got all these kids and all these things and perceptions that people want to look at me like, well, go back to your husband or do this or do that. um I have to make the choice, and I
Right.
see at all avenues it was taught to me to get a family and have this and have that so that I can be what seen in a certain light, right? But the picture on the outside looked really pretty. House,
Mhm.
cars, trips, all of that, it can look really pretty, but that doesn't mean like underneath I was dying, underneath I was, you know non
Suffocating.
suffocating to point of being non-responsive,
Mhm.
to where my kids see me now and they're like, to them then I was in so much depression that seeing me still, and I admit I'm ADHD, so I'll focus on this, and like right now it's been work and poetry and events and different things to keep me busy, but finding myself and my dream and operating out of survival mode is like those
Mm,
ghosts are still there. That's still a part of my past. But had I not went through that, I would not have found the books that I've read. I wouldn't have gotten so deep in it that I had to dig myself out and I had to find the strength to do it through those things that have ignited my consciousness to where I have an abundance of peace. But the damn ghosts, they're still there, you know? But yeah.
mhm. But it's not like I hate to say that I identify with everything going through a divorce and being yeah, going through a 21-year marriage, and
Mhm.
you put up with things, and when you finally find your voice and your peace is nothing like it. And
Right.
I'm proud of you that you expressed that. Like I say, you give voice, and you touched me
Thank
because I never thought to call it a ghost. Um, I had a point. I have a poem that I have called "Hollow," and that was kind of like at my lowest point, right? Kind of like you're a ghost, and you had to do what's best for you at one point in time, right?
you.
And
Yeah.
let it out, and you can't be infatuated with society. Because I always feel like now that I'm healed, I'm like, if you think it was so good, you go live that life.
Yeah.
I saw
Right.
something where someone said, "Hey, somebody think they're living your dream, but her dream is going to turn into her
Mhm.
to your nightmare because God released you from that."
Yes, he did. But I had to, and I have a poem about that too. I remember when I would scream out to the Almighty to save me and be there for me, and why and why. And I remember when Almighty was like, I've been here with you. That's breathe came from that, breathing life into you while you
Right.
continue to make your same choice. And I was the one who chose to stay. I was the one who, you know, every time and whatever choice I've made, I made it. And Almighty has been there for me through it all, loving me abundantly. And I'm so thankful for where I am.
Yes, and I'm glad you're around. That's what we're here for. That's what